Hi, today I'm going to do a very bright purple Barbie inspired look. Bright eyes, bright lips, bright cheeks, everything inspired by the movie. So let's go! We're making bright eyes and we don't want to make our shadows look dull. We need the cream eyeshadow as a layer. Unfortunately, I don't have the light purple shade for the base, but I will create it out of 3 bright pigments. This is blue, white and pink. I will mix them and get the needed color. A small dot of pink, and we will add white generously to make this a pastel color. I'm mixing all the colors on the back of my hand, and now you see that I have this beautiful light lilac purpley color which I've just mixed by myself. Usually when you don't have the color you need, you can mix the colors out of the products which you already have in your kit. We are loading our eyelids with this light purple lilac shade. Then I take a clean brush, this is MAC brush 217, and I just blend the edges. I do not load this brush with the color. I use it only for the blending purposes. Our eyes are very bright. While blending, I would like to say that I highly recommend such types of colors for all people who have green, blue or gray-green or gray-blue eyes, because such type of colors, they will make your eyes pop. Cleaning up the shape. Now I want to apply the second layer of my lilac cream eyeshadow base, because I really want to have an opaque, when we do photos in an artificial light or when we do photos on a bright sunlight, we don't want the color to fade, and when you have this opaque base, you will be sure that the colors you're applying will stay in place, so they will be vivid on the camera. This is a good trick for camera ready makeup. So now I'm taking the smaller brush and I want to apply this cream color lightly on the lower lash line. Our eye base is ready, and now I want to add the dimension, and for this purpose I will use Shiseido InkArtist pencil. It is also in purple color, it's much darker. Let me show you the shade, but you can blend it in a very beautiful bright red based purple. What I'm doing, I'm applying this dark purple pencil with no precision, just tapping it on our purple near the lash line. Then I take the small blending brush and I start to work it into my lash line. I move from top to down while blending. You can see that now I have a little bit more dimension and depth of color near the eyelash line. Blending a little bit more, and now I'm trying to elongate the color. I'm drawing a small flick. It's not a precise flick. I'm just trying to give a little bit of shape to the eye at this moment. You already know it, but I will remind you just in case that with long wear formula, do one eye at a time, because the products will dry out and then they will not be able to move. You will not be able to blend. Work fast. Blend everything you need to blend without losing time. Add a little bit more. You already see that we're starting to see the shape. Once again, we are trying to do a small flick in the outer corner of our eye. And we should do the same with the lower lash line. Adding color to the outer corner of our eye. And blending the color along the whole lash line. Don't be afraid to blend the color down a little bit under your lower lash line, just because when we will add lashes, everything will be balanced out, so don't be afraid. Don't think that you're dragging the color too low at this moment. Be focused on the blending between light lilac and this bright purple. So you can already see that we have dimension and shape to our eyes. I want to add a little bit more of depth into the outer corners of my eyes, very close to the lash line. And I don't want to blend this color out a lot. I'm just blending not the color itself, but the edges of my application. So I want this depth and opacity. I always like to take the clean Q-tip and just once again mimic the shape which I was trying to draw. It will clean up all products after the blending, and it will elongate the wing, and it will make your eyes look a little bit, I don't know, clean, shaped. They are blended, but still it will look a little bit more precise. For such type of makeup, I usually like to use light beige pencil in the lower waterline. It will make our eyes even bigger. They will pop up, they will look brighter. It will add the size to your eye. So it's always a very easy and good trick to do, so don't miss this step. Once again, it's not necessary, but it is very nice to have. So your eyes look fresh, big, and when you do these bright makeups, especially when you have pink or red undertones, and we have pink and red undertones in our makeup, eye makeup, this light pencil is a saver. So I'm using Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencil, and it is in the shade 502 Infinite Sand. But of course you need to find the pencil which suits your skin color the best. And Makeup Forever is a great brand. It is famous for its diversity, and they have huge color range, and you will be definitely able to find the pencil which suits you the best. So let me show you the swatch of the pencil. As you can see, it is a little bit lighter than my skin tone. So when you are looking for the pencil which will highlight your lower waterline without looking very artificial and this old school ballerina style, you just need to find the pencil which is a little bit lighter than your skin tone. So this is the perfect match which you are looking for. What I also like to do with such type of makeups is to take the black long wear pencil. This is the Romanovamakeup Smoky Eye Pencil. This is in color Carbon Black. It's really a long wear formula. However, use any long wear black pencil which you have in your makeup collection. Open my eyes and do a little bit of tight lining of my upper lash line, adding a little bit of color. Now we are approaching the most interesting part of our eye look makeup. It's playing with the eyeshadows. And I will use Natasha Denona Sunrise palette. It has very beautiful lilac shade. This is very beautiful shimmery purple, rosy, sparkling shade. And the second shade, it's in sandy undertones. It's also sparkling. It has this pink feel to it. I'm loading my brush, tapping off the excess, and I'm starting to add it into the inner corner of the eye. It is very transparent, translucent shade. It doesn't have a very big amount of base pigment in it. It's very good for adding a little bit of dimension into the inner corner of the eye. Let me show you. And now with the same brush, I'm just moving into the main purple color. It is called Esther. Starting to apply the shade into the outer corner of the eyelid. You can already see how sparkly and beautiful the shade is. I'm also working it into the crease, loading more, tapping off, and pushing it into the crease of our eye. So I want this purple shade to pop up, and that's why I will apply it with my fingertip. It will give me a little bit more opaque application. I want to add a little bit more dimension to my eye look, and that's why I will use this light shade with very small brush. I will apply this color into the inner corner of my eye, here. adding a little bit of the light eyeshadow just in the center of the upper lid. It won't be very visible, but it will make your eye round. It will add shape and dimension to the whole eye look. I will add on this Lash Paradise mascara and come back to you with black and very big eyelashes. So now you can see how it looks with the lashes. I have just 2 coats of the mascara and I don't have any falsies, and I want to avoid all falsies because they will make the look not modern. I just want to avoid them. When our eyes are ready, we can definitely see that we need to add some color to our cheeks. And for this purpose, I will use the blush from Tom Ford. This is cheek color in color 03 Flush. This is a powder texture, and then we can apply it on the cheek. So I apply it on the high points on the cheeks. You can already see the difference. In circular motions, working upwards. So we'll add a little bit of color on our temples. Yes, it might seem very bright, but we are mimicking this Barbie makeup look, so we can afford a little bit more of bright colors. And when we will add the lip, which will be bright as well, our blush will not look as bright as it looks at the moment. It will be a little bit more faded out. I also want to add a little bit of highlighter. For this purpose, I will use Romanovamakeup cream, or I would say even liquid highlighter. This is a travel size formula. Let me do the swatch for you. This is very beautiful gold champagne shade. I'm taking small angled brush, loading it with the color, and start to work the highlighter into the high point of my cheekbone. This is also a long wear formula. It sets and then it doesn't move, so we need to work fast. When you are on your final stages of the makeup, try not to push with pressure. Try to be very gentle when you are tapping the products on top of all previous layers, because you just don't want to move them. You just don't want to drag the whole makeup down or out of your face. You don't want these stripes. I'm also adding a little bit of highlighter on the upper lip line, so you can see. So now lips. For this purpose, I will use the same bright pink pigment. It is called Electric Pink by Krygina Cosmetics. You just need a small drop, so you can see how bright and how pigmented the color is. Of course, you can thin it out, but we will go with this bold application. So I load the brush with the color, and I start applying it to my lips. This pigment, this cream pigment, it will dry out to the matte formula. I really love these pigments because they have enough time before they dry out, and you can work with the shape. You can blend them, or you can correct some lines if you need. But when they set, they are in place for several hours. Now you see that the blush doesn't look as bright as it was before we have applied the lipstick. That's why sometimes I do my eyes and lips first, and then I start to work with the blush, because only after you've done all your main makeup steps, you will be able to see how much blush you need to add. Our lips are in place. We can leave them matte, or we can add a little bit of gloss on top. Now I'm loading my brush with this clear gloss and just tap it on top of my bright electric pink color. This is the finished Barbie inspired purple and pink look. You can wear such type of looks for all summer parties near the seaside or on the pool or whatever in the bar. It's a nice one. If you want more videos like this, please thumbs up and subscribe, and see you soon in the next videos. Bye! Thanks for watching!